everyone, and welcome to the second part of MVVM topic, and in this video, this second part, we will talk about ViewModel implementation. And first of all, we remember what is the ViewModel in the MVVM pattern, and we talk about what is the input-output configuration and how we will implement this. For our implementation, we will use RxSwift, and I show you really most basics of RxSwift. I show you only these things from RxSwift. We will use for implementation this MVVM module, and because RxSwift is a really big and complex topic, and maybe I will record entire set of videos about RxSwift. And of course, in the end, we will implement our ViewModel for our start screen module. Okay, let's remember what is a ViewModel in our model. ViewModel is the second part of our model, and it is responsible to the handling events and data received or transferred from ViewController. For example, user tap button or typing text in the text input, this data or event ViewController transfer through the input to the ViewModel, and ViewModel handling it has to handle it. And if you need some data from local database or remote API, ViewModel has to do this request to local database or remote API, prepare this data and transfer this data through output to our ViewController, and ViewController just show this data to on the screen of device. What is the input-output configuration? First of all, I have to say that this approach of communication between ViewController and ViewModel is one of the possible ways to implement this, because there are many ways to how you can implement this, and there is no perfect way how you can do this, but I decided show you this approach because this approach is really simple and you can easily understand this approach. In this approach, our ViewModel has to have only one public function named configure. This function has one argument, input, and this function has to return output data type. Input and output is just structures, and these structures we will define in our ViewModel, and these data types are unique for every ViewModel. In other words, every ViewModel has their own input and output structures. What will do this function? This function will handle every event with data from ViewController, and then this handled data will maybe record it into, for example, local database or remote API, and then if it needed, configure can return through output data streams some result to show on the screen. There is a really important thing you have to understand about this function. In context of lifecycle of MVVM module, this public function configure will call only once. Because if we look at the lifecycle of our module, it will look like something our ViewController will initialize it, then we create object of our ViewModel, and then from this object we will call our configure function. This configure function will return output structure function, and then our ViewController and ViewModel will communicate only through this reactive data streams. I mean, input and output. That's why this function will call only once, just after initializing our screen module. And you can just set up your mind that configure function is some kind of initializer, but this initializer will create only reactive input and output data types. So let's go to our project and try implement our ViewModel. And first of all, I'm gonna create special directory for our module and new group from selection. I name this start screen module start screen module. Okay, and we can remove our preview. I think we don't need right now. And I'm gonna create a new file. It's suggest Swift file. Name this file start screen ViewModel model. Okay, target focus in start screen module directory. Okay, and I can remove this input and let's create our ViewModel. Class start screen ViewModel. Let's create our input output structure. Okay, and let's create our public function configure. Input and return output. And let's just now return empty output. Let's go to our view controller and define ViewModel project. ViewModel object, sorry. Private let ViewModel something like that. Okay, we can use our ViewModel object, and we can use our configure our ViewModel project. For that, we have to create special output constant ViewModel model output, and here we will save output from our from ViewModel. Configure I don't like this, and input start screen ViewModel Okay. Now we need to add RxSwift dependency to our project. For that, you need address of this dependency. Let's go to the Safari and RxSwift, and we can open the repository of RxSwift, and here we can copy the address of this repository. Then let's go to our project file, package dependencies tap on plus, and here we have to put our RxSwift repository address. Add package. Waiting a little bit, and okay, add packages. And we can see that RxSwift dependency added to our project. Let's check that RxSwift build added to our target. You can check it here. And oh, it's not here. Okay, let's try import. I think we will show error. Swift. And no such model RxSwift. Okay, we have to add the build of RxSwift to our target manually. Okay, it's not a problem. We need RxSwift add and Rx Cocoa add and maybe Rx lay add. Okay, let's build. Okay, it's work, it's fine. Right now we can use RxSwift, and let's go to the implement our input-output reactive data streams. Okay, what the plan? The plan is that let's try the create and add test button to our view controller, and we will create and we will transfer the event of tapping on this test button to our view model, and then from the view model we will just typing result of every tap on this test button. Okay. Private let test button, and UI this button, compile it. Can give me the suggestion test button test text test. Oh, sorry, not text. Nah, is a test button. Test button, normal, set title color black. I think it's not need for us. Okay, let's add this button to our UI hierarchy. View add test button, and then let's try layout this button. Compile it. Okay, this button, point snapKit, make constraints, top equal to our emoji, snapKit bottom with the offset 20, and oh, we can see in our preview, we can use our preview. Okay, let's try load preview for our screen. Okay, and we will center our test button horizontally in our screen. Okay, we can't see our button. Why? Maybe we have to set title color. Okay. Oh, yes. But I want not black, I want a blue. Firstly, let's try handle the top event from this button here in ViewController. For that, we will use a special library named RxCocoa, and you need import RxCocoa. And what is it? This is a special set of reactive extensions for every UI component from UIKit. For example, with this library, you can easily get a top event from any UI button object. For example, you can just typing like that, button, test button, Rx, top, and something like that. You can subscribe on the top event, in our case, from the test button, and handling this top event in the special closure on next. Okay, we don't need this. We need just print this event. I suggest you print some emoji, and you can remove this. And okay, this we remove right now, and I will explain you what is it a little bit later. And okay, let's try and build and launch our app and check that we can handle the top event from our test button. Okay, we can see our screen, and I try, and you can see that our emoji printed in console of Xcode, and it's work. Okay, how you can debug the any of reactive data stream without printing. RxSwift has special property for that named debug, and you can mark this debug with any string, and we can just use the same emoji and remove this. And if we relaunch our app, you can see everything that happened in this reactive stream. Okay, rebuild our application. We can see launch screen and our start screen. And you can see the first event from the RxSwift that this stream was subscribed, and this stream can handle this event, every event received from this reactive stream data stream. And then if we tap on our button, you can see that event next, event. You have to know about this RxSwift debug tool because it's really cool thing, and we will use it really often. Okay, let's go and try transfer this event to our view model. For that, let's go to our view model, and here we need import Rx Cocoa. Here we define special constant in our input structure named test button top event with data type control event void. Okay, through this constant we will transfer our event about tapping on our test button. And right now, if we try build our project, we can see the error. And Xcode suggest insert this property. Okay, let's format this code something like that. Okay, and here we can typing something like that, like test button Rx top, and it's all of we need. Okay, let's go to view model, and in our view model we can handle this event. Input test button top event, debug from view model, and let's try subscribe. Okay, we need something like that. Okay, we can handle test button event right here through our input, because our input data type now has special property test button top event. This special data stream, reactive stream, especially for our button event handling. Okay, let's go and check it that it's work. We can see that our reactive stream is subscribed, and let's try tap on our button. You can see this event. It's work okay. And now let's create example of how you can use output, and I suggest you creating something like that. For example, if we tap on our text button, we will change our emoji label. Okay, for that we firstly need data stream in our output, and I call it emoji label. text with data type driver. What is this data type? I explain a little bit later. And here I suggest you, put some stop like that. I forget what is emoji, rocket. Okay, and we can see rebuild our application and check that it's work. Build successfully, large screen, and it's work. Now let's try binding this output property to our emoji label. For that, we need, let's go to our view controller to configure function, and here we already have ViewModel output, and this ViewModel output already have emoji label text. This is reactive data stream, and you can drive this data stream to our emoji label Rx text. As I mentioned earlier, every UI component from UIKit has a Rx property because we added a Rx Cocoa into our project. And a Rx property has special text property, and with this property we can binding this data reactive data stream to our emoji label, and we can check that it's work okay. We can check it. For example, we need remove this, and in our view model we can adding something to check that it's this data from here, from our view model. Okay, you can see that this data, this string, transferred by reactive data stream from our view model. Okay, we have the input reactive stream from our button, and we have output data stream for our emoji label. And right now here you can modify this data to what you want to show on our screen, and for that I suggest you create special constant to save our modified data stream. I need remove subscription, and where we can modify this data. Every reactive data stream has special property named map, and this is closure, and here you can modify this data, and you can, for example, okay, we don't need receive the event, we need modify this text. Okay, for modification I suggest you switch the emoji with every top of the button. For that, we need create var emoji label text with the rocket, for example, and self we will check if this property equal, for example, rocket. We will replace this text with a ship, and if not, we will set the rocket. Okay, and we will return self text, and then we get our saved data stream and put it here. But I don't like that. Okay, we need convert this to driver. Just return empty string. Okay. Let's set this property private. Okay, it's only for testing, and it's not really well practice. And okay, let's go and try that it will work. We binded this data. Okay, let's check it. And test. Okay, it's work, but we have no initial value for our emoji label text. Why? I don't know why, and let's try it. Okay. Okay. Oh, and yeah, we have to set this here, but I suggest you do this in other way. You can just add in the end of your reactive chain start with, and you can set here first value of the reactive stream, for example, our rocket. Okay, let's go and check it. Yeah, this value getting from here, we start with this. Okay, and it's work fine. Our debug property, it's work fine, but for visualization how to work debug, I suggest you add this property here and rename this after modification. Okay, let's rebuild. And right now you can see two debug event, because first we can see before modification and this after modification. And let's try that it's work. And you can see this from ViewModel. It's just a button top event, and this event transfer the event with the data. This data is a string, and you can see that this modify our event with every tap on our test button. Okay, let's cut on this moment because this video it's too long and it's not very well. Okay, in the next video we will discuss what is RxSwift and RxCoco in more details. We will talk about what is a driver data type, control event, observable, single, and what is disposable back in context of memory management in RxSwift, and so on. And in this video we created a view model for our MVVM module, and we talk about and implemented input-output configuration as a method of communicating between ViewModel and ViewController. And that's all I had to you in this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.